Go for liftoff in T-minus 30.
Stand by for further instructions, Minnesota Black Robe Regiment.
Secondary guidance systems engaged. Secondary guidance systems.
Oh no!
Trying to figure out what this is all about?
Yeah.
Hey, look, do you have, are you curious or like confused or like this is stupid as all get out?
I don't know, it's just like kind of mixed messages because I see a lot of, are you guys like pro-choice too then? Because I see a lot of like my body, you guys are?
What?
Very nice.
No, I don't, so you're pro-abortion? No. She was, no, she's pro-choice.
I'm sorry. Pro-life. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said
So
I see some like my body, my choice signs over there, so that's kind of like.
So what's your name? What's your name, young? Oh, TC. Don't break your phone. And I'm a lot older. I have shoes that are probably older than you are, but
Should throw those away.
Yeah.
you stay out of this, sailor.
Can't help it.
So let me ask you this: do you see a direct correlation between a government entity telling you can't have a job and you can't go into public unless you take that jab in your arm, and somebody saying abortion is not okay?
Yeah, there are a lot of theories and like a lot of, there's no vaccine mandates yet, so I don't know what you guys are really talking about.
There are though. A lot of government,
especially working in the medical field. I see
Not just medical
nurses,
field.
but mostly medical field.
No.
A lot of nurses.
Retail.
I mean, you're seeing a lot of people then, so like I understand. You guys wear masks like out in public, or do you try to like, do you wear it under your nose?
I've never worn a mask except for when I was working.
Okay. So you, like, what's the problem with those? Do you guys like?
Do you believe that it's the government's job to tell us how to take care of ourselves?
Not necessarily, but I think it's like.
And I appreciate you engaging civilly because a lot of people your age wouldn't.
No, it's just like a virus and like.
Right.
Obviously, like.
So there should be an emergency.
Let her
It's like
answer.
a deadly virus, and like I see a lot of like you older folks. Not to be rude, but like.
No, we're old. That's okay.
No, and there's
that's
some
right.
younger people here too. But it's just like it's deadly for y'all. Like I don't understand why.
I had it.
Yep, you can have it and still be alive and
Right.
still be perfectly fine and functioning. If I got it, I would not really care. Personally, I could care less. I've had many friends that have got it,
Yeah.
but if I got it and gave it to someone who's immunocompromised, then I'd feel horrible. Like imagine if you were responsible for killing someone, because that's basically what you're doing right now. And I hope you can realize that.
But okay, so now this is at the philosophical and worldview level. Do you understand what you're saying is that it's possible for me to maybe accidentally or haphazardly pass a virus onto someone? And you drew a correlation because you asked about abortion.
Correct.
Are you pro-abortion?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not pro-abortion, it's pro-choice.
No, it's pro-abortion.
No,
You have to
it's
no.
not. It's not pro-life either. I think that word is a tough, fucked up term. Personally, it's dumb.
You don't have to use that kind of language.
I just said.
Right.
I'm not using it against y'all. I'm just saying.
No, it's not about that. It's just there's a you're perfectly free to use it, but we try to use decorum. You won't hear me curse at you.
So if you guys are like supporting people dying with like not wearing masks, not getting vaccines, because the vaccines are proven to work.
They're not though.
Yeah,
they haven't actually passed any safety tests.
Okay,
Safety testing is 2 years on minimum on a vaccine, and they haven't.
We can't wait 2 years.
Okay.
We can't wait 2 years.
But this virus, this virus
is deadly and it's spreading
it has a 90.
I've listened on the periphery long enough.
It has a 99% survival rate.
Yeah.
It has a 99% survival rate, even without treatment. And the vaccine, if you want to call it that, it's not an actual vaccine, it's an RNA. It's based on genetic manipulation. They're manipulating other genes and injecting manipulated genes into your system.
Okay, what's that going to do for you? Do you guys know?
It's changing the way your body.
It's changing your genomic process.
And I work in a medical center where I do triage for the whole like tri-state area, and there's 23-year-old kids that come in with clots in their lungs. They're people
from the
sloughing
vaccine.
Their skin. I'm seeing all kinds of injuries. So are my colleagues, and there's cognitive dissonance with our medical community because they have sold out to big pharma decades ago. And I am seeing the injuries firsthand that are being carpeted in our area.
So do
they
you
are
mask
not
at
rare.
work?
I do till I get to my cubicle. So I have my only income. I have 2 children to support. So for right now I am. But my employer is also giving me an opt-out. That's how much they are seeing, I believe, the injuries and the injuries to their staff. So I can still work there. So I'm just telling you, I'm seeing it. It's real, y'all. I'm seeing kids your age with myocarditis.
My medical field, and I'm seeing exactly the opposite of that. every day. So it's like so many people work in the medical field. You guys are just making more people suffer, and it's just kind of upsetting.
Well, what about cancer though?
But you should have your freedom to suffer.
Do they have a vaccine?
But it's not if I'm not masking and I'm not vaccinated, then I'm causing other people distress. It's
But
not
what
just
if you're
You're
vaccinated?
shedding,
Am I making you sick? If you're vaccinated and I'm not vaccinated, you should be fine, right?
No, that's not how that works. It can still. we have
That's
new
how
variants.
vaccines work.
We have a new variant. Did you guys
Why
know
that is? Because
So-
they vaccinated indiscriminately with people that already had antibodies, and you've created a narrow. Have you heard of overuse of antibiotics and you get resistant bacteria? That's what they've done, and they've called it a variant.
kinda
They're
like
doing
saying
this.
if
They're
I'm
shell game. They're tricking us. They've made a narrow escape window for this variant because they went and vaccinated all these people that gave into it, people that had natural immunity. Now you've overused antibiotics. You've overused this vaccine, and now you've got this variant.
Shot.
So they've made it worse. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I got kids. I just worry about you guys that are, you got to stay awake.
Right.
It's been going on for decades.
Oh, it's a
Since
love
way
connection.
before you were born. Big Pharma, CDC.
It's
they're
the
all
biggest.
in-
The biggest
Money,
issue. The
money,
biggest
money,
issue
money.
is not whether or not people are getting sick. I don't deny that the virus is real, and I don't deny that the virus has killed people. But it's got a 99.9% survival rating, and for people over the age of 65, it's got a 93% survival rating. The largest percentage of deaths have come from people in long-term care because people who have been exposed to and had the virus have been ordered by governors and mayors and other jurisdictions into long-term care facilities where they are suffering and dying.
Yeah, and the sickest
And-
people are vitamin
and-
D deficient.
And the
public
biggest
health department saying
the
take
biggest
your vitamin D?
concern
No.
the biggest concern that I have is it the responsibility, or does the government have the authority to mandate something? Can they mandate that you do something when it comes to a vaccine? There's a difference between a law and
Do you have any vaccines currently? Do you have
I do.
tetanus? Do you
I
have,
take tetanus.
Do you have
CPT, I have CPT, I have an MMR. I had to take a certain one to go overseas once, and I did. My brother took the same vaccine to go overseas. We both went on like the same trip. He's had chronic kidney failure issues since he took that. So it's not a one size fits all, unfortunately. And just like I was going to say, like,
anything you do, it's gonna take
is there injections for preventing cancer? Are there injections for preventing heart failure? No. But why would there be for a virus which you can't stop a viral, like the movement of it? It's impossible.
I mean, it's upsetting. I don't know. I think it's just we have so many things in our body, and I see where you guys are coming from. It is gonna take a long time to get that and make sure it's good. But you guys aren't gonna be the ones there are definitely more effects if you don't get it than you do. And
I will tell you that the long-term effects of the loss of liberty are far more dangerous than the long-term effects of this virus. Yeah. When a government
Why are you guys moving into abortion and stuff? Why are you guys against that?
because abortion involves two human beings.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
How many eggs
When does
and
life-
sperm do you guys have? How many eggs do you have in your body? How many sperm do you have?
I was like, when does life start?
Life starts when the baby. You guys are.
When does life start, young lady?
When the baby
Is born.
Yeah.
So you are okay to seconds before a baby exits the vagina with that baby being killed.
I'm not gonna get into it. I'm probably
Yeah, because your left or right leaning doesn't matter, but you're taking a very illogical stance in saying that you're okay with a child being murdered
It's my
seconds
child.
before.
It's my body.
So if
I'm-
I have an infant and I decide I can't take care of it anymore, should I be able to kill it? It's my infant.
Okay.
Same with my dog. I can't kill my dog without getting in trouble right now.
But it's born. It's
And I
rare.
don't-
What about-
I would never kill a dog. I would never kill a living human being.
But they're human
But a
inside you.
baby
Right,
is
okay, then are we gonna say every sperm and every egg inside of
Two
you is
different
going to
things.
be- No,
They
it's
are.
really not.
No, they're two different things.
Really. So
because
I
you're
can
making an
promise you.
argument. You're making an argument from
It's a
potential.
clump
No,
of
it's
cells.
not.
It's a clump of cells.
It's a living
It's
human
really
being.
upsetting.
I'm a
So
walking
what about the
clump
people
of
that
cells
got
right now.
raped? What about the people that do you guys
Do you
feel
pu-
they have to have abortions then?
Do you believe that?
Do you
Do
still
you
think
believe
that-
it? Do you punish a child for the crime of the father or the
There's
mother?
gonna be no
Hey,
need.
you're not
There's gonna be
punishing
no need
anyone.
for abortions because everybody's gonna be freaking sterile. So to add that into your bag of tricks, it
Do you-
all
do you
congregates in
punish-
the placenta.
do you punish a
It's
child
gonna be
I feel
for
bad for. Yeah, it's
You
just
feel-
you guys are.
We're what?
sterile anyway, so don't
We've been
worry
very
about it.
respectful to you.
Yeah, but it's just.
It's just what?
Thank you for being respectful. I understand. I get it
concentrates
to
on
the
the
point with the
ovary.
vaccine, and I know it's a scare. A lot of
I'm not scared. It's not a scary issue. I don't believe that a government entity or a employer has the authority to order me to take something or strip from me my pursuit of life, liberty, or happiness.
You guys.
Ask me how I
You guys
know.
say it, please. Just once, finish it. Finish. Just you guys, just finish what your thought, because you want to say something, and you know it's not going to be nice, and I just wish you'd get it out of the way.
Right.
Us guys, what?
I'll give you an
You guys
example.
always have been rude. It's just
No,
it's
you're
an
not.
irritating
You're good.
subject to me, and I'm not trying to be rude to you guys. I hope
Can
you guys
I
have a great
maybe
day. Like,
offer some perspective? So there's policies that they expect at work, right? Like you said, the medical field, they should
You beating up
take an
people
injection
again?
'cause they gotta
Stop
work.
beating
Well,
people up.
If that policy crosses a line for that person, like say, what if one of the doctors at the hospital says, "You're the nurse that works for me, but guess what? The new policy is you have to perform sexual acts with me because you work for me." Is that too far? Because that's how
Right.
a lot of people feel about a mask or an injection.
that
so
is
that's
not the same thing at all.
It
I will
absolutely is.
tell you, I have talked to nurses, especially female nurses, who said I would much rather have to deal with sexual harassment than worry
That's
about what
disgusting.
than worry about whether or not they're going to force me to take an injection to keep my job.
When I had a job when I was 19, I was actually being sexually harassed. And it's okay. I complained to the powers that be, and we got it fixed. And we, had conversations. I didn't have to confront the person, thank the Lord, but got it fixed. I raised my voice. I could have stayed silent, and I could have just let it go on, and who knows how far that could have gone, right?
Yeah.
But so you speak up for what you believe, just like you're doing right now,
So
and you have the freedom to do that.
While you were getting sexually assaulted, if you got pregnant, what would you do about that?
I would carry that baby full term, and I'd raise it and love on it as much as I could.
Okay, do you guys have children?
Yes, I have 4 children. I have 3 earthly children and 1 heaven baby.
Do you let them be sexually active?
No, I do not.
Okay. What if they just like, I don't know why you're gonna let your
So
guys are
I want you to understand, you don't know why we would want to take our views and force it on other people is what you were going to ask. Why is our view? So, but that's kind of, do you believe that we should all be required to get the vaccine?
That's a more complex thing. I
But-
think everyone should, but if you're gonna sit here and protest it, I'm not personally gonna make you, but I believe like our health officials. And like if you guys are, I see you guys like wearing a lot of red, white, and blue stuff, but we're so against the government. Why are we so for America?
I'm not against, I'm for the government.
Well,
I'm not,
then you
I'm
just
for
said you didn't want the government forcing things on you,
I
so
don't
you're
want
kinda saying,
government.
like,
No,
misleading
I don't want the
things here.
government entity. And see, this is where you don't understand what the government is in the United States. The president is not in charge. The governor is not in charge. The mayor is not in charge. We are the government. We are the government. We are a government of the, we are a government of the people, for the people, by the people. They are servants to us. They are to do what we tell them to do. We are not to do what they tell us to do. And then we do what constitutionally, and I know you don't know the Constitution, I know that, but I know constitutionally, because they don't teach it anymore, constitutionally, they are allowed to do what we give them permission and authority to do. And when they overstep those bounds, we have a right to a redress of grievance. Huh?
That's why we have votes a lot of the time.
Votes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do you believe we're a democracy?
No.
What are we?
I don't know. We're supposed to be a democracy. But
We're a
it gets little
constitution. No, we're not. We were never intended to be a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. Because democracy means that the majority
Democracy is
wins.
what is America?
No, we're a constitutional republic.
Okay.
That's historically accurate. We were founded as a constitutional republic. And democracy means that the majority wins. Right?
Correct.
The most votes win. So if tomorrow the most votes come in and say nobody gets to just pick a hot button topic, tomorrow gay people are all going to be taken out and be executed because the majority decided that. Is that okay?
Nope.
No, it's not. And that's why we have a republic, is to protect people of varying and different opinions. That's the difference. So
you guys have like a lot of people strapped up here. Why is that?
Pardon?
I see a lot of
Strapped up.
guns.
Yeah.
Like a lot of.
Is there something wrong with that?
Yes.
Why?
We're in a public. Okay.
Yeah. Second Amendment, correct? The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys have a good day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.